What's up, guys? It's Will here, back again, and this morning we're here to talk about some very exciting news, some reveals from InArt at WF Beijing. But guys, before we get started, make sure to click that like button down below, click that subscribe button, and click that notification bell for updates related to this channel. That said, let's talk about the reveals that InArt has shown at WF Beijing. I think this looks pretty exciting. The event is ongoing, but we're going to start actually with something very, very cool, the one I'm most excited for, and that is the Arthur Fleck Joker. And it looks to be a 3-pack, to be honest. They still have, I believe, that bathroom Joker, I believe, is on display somewhere, but I know that these other Jokers are definitely on display. And what we can have here, this is our first time seeing this. This is a Arthur Fleck himself, instead of the actual Joker or the bathroom Joker scene or the clown or anything like that. This is Arthur Fleck in full normal Arthur Fleck. So this is something actually that I think people have talked about, that this is being a 3-pack, and this is unfortunate. Well, from what I've been told, essentially Warner Bros. Mandated that this thing be charged more than $1,000. It needs to retail over $1,000 US. And at that point, you know, InArt has a tough decision to make. How do they make the value be worth it for $1,000? And probably the best way to do that is to make it a 2 or 3-pack like this. So at the end of the day, it's a little unfortunate you can't just get the one Joker that you want. However, there were some restrictions, I believe, that InArt was operating under, so it's a little more complicated than I think most of us would want it to be. But this base actually, so if this is the base that they're going to be using, this looks pretty deep. Let's say that. It's a pretty big base, so I'm wondering, like in a Maji case or something like that, how this is actually going to go. These little backdrops, I'm not as crazy about. That doesn't look as great to me. I'm not sure if that's cardboard or what that is exactly. I don't love that. I think the staircase by itself would probably be okay. I really like how this is. I don't know if I love the letters on here like that with Joker. I don't think you need that. I think just remove it and make it a general staircase, and you'd probably be okay. I wonder if that's actually going to be included in the box. I guess only time will tell. But what I will say, guys, this likeness is very, very strong. I mean, honestly, this is one of the best likenesses I think InArt has done thus far. This likeness to Joaquin Phoenix is really, really good. I think the hair looks on point. I think the outfit looks on point. I think overall the likeness looks fantastic. There's a lot of life in the eyes. There's a lot of life in the facial expression, you know, considering this is Arthur Fleck and he's a sad dude most of the time. He has a pretty rough go of things. So I think this looks fantastic. I'm actually super excited to be getting the Arthur Fleck version. I don't know that I would need to display 3 different Arthur Fleck versions. I think I would just need this version and then maybe the Joker version, the final talk show version, and you could show sort of the transformation between the two. I think that would be sufficient for me, but I am glad they're making this Arthur Fleck, and I'm glad this is going to be part of the pack. Guys, this is an absolute dopo. I've been wanting a high-end Arthur Fleck Joker for a while now. I love the Joker film. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think it's a very depressing film, but I think it's a very, very well done film and a very thought-provoking film. So I really enjoyed Joker. I think it deserved all the praise that it got. And on future watches, watching it more than once, I think I've come to appreciate it even more. So over time, I really have grown quite connected to this character. I think he's pretty interesting. So there's Arthur Fleck again. I think this looks great, guys. I cannot say enough good things about this Arthur Fleck. Let's move on to the clown version. Everyone's least favorite version of this pack. I think this is the one that is most expendable. I think most collectors probably look at this one and say, like, I mean, this was a nice little scene in the film. I mean, I guess it's something kind of interesting, right? You know, he drops the gun and you know, it's where he gets fired in the hospital with the children. So that is something for sure that is an interesting moment of the film, but I don't know if it's exactly absolutely crucial or pivotal to have in your collection. This is probably going to be one that ends up staying in the box for most collectors just based on space. If you had to display this one, I don't think you probably, I mean, are you going to dedicate 3 spots to an Arthur Fleck Joker? I'm not so sure about that from most collectors. Some who really, really love Arthur Fleck probably will, but I'm not sure it's going to be that way in actuality. So you can see here, we got some more seamless forearms. Of course, we got some other gloved hands. This looks very similar to the Prime 1 accessories. I'm going to be real. Like when I had the Prime 1 statue, they looked a lot like this. So they're using a lot of the same stuff, it looks like to me. They've clearly taken a playbook out, a page out of that playbook, and that's fine. The accessories are what they are. What he used in the film are what they are, so that seems reasonable. There's another close-up shot you can see here of the clown makeup. Again, this is probably going to be everyone's least favorite, most expendable figure of the pack. This is the star of the show, right? So this is awesome. You got the Murray Franklin backdrop here. You got the chair, and you got Arthur Fleck standing there looking absolutely awesome. Guys, this is the show seal. This is the one that everyone wants. This is the piece that that people are buying this set for. We don't have an exact price yet. We should know hopefully in the coming months, but I'm excited to pre-order this one as soon as it goes up. I cannot wait for this. I absolutely love this base. I love this sort of black gloss base here that says Joker on the front, and then you have the Murray Franklin actually, you know, talk show with the yellow chair up here. This is one of the best scenes scenes I've ever seen in a film personally. I think the acting on display here from both Robert De Niro and Joaquin Phoenix is just phenomenal. When I was watching this scene in the theater, I was like, this is this is going to win him an Oscar, and it did. So yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. So this likeness is very, very strong. I love the detail on the outfit. I love the detail in the face paint and the hair. I think InArt have pretty much nailed this one. Could it be a little bit better? Same with Arthur Fleck, maybe a little bit, maybe just a little bit. Maybe it's 90% there, right? It's not quite 100, but I think it's pretty damn good. And I think InArt will probably do updates to it just to make it even better. But again, this is the one that everyone is going to want. This is the Arthur Fleck that is really going to grab people's attention and the one that's really going to get people to PO this type of thing. So guys, let me know in the comments whether you're getting this Arthur Fleck. Let's move on to our next set of figures here, and that is actually from the Harry Potter franchise. And by the way, with the Joaquin Phoenix Arthur Fleck Joker, I'm going to predict somewhere around like $1,300 US to $1,500 US. I think it is going to be pretty expensive because it is a 3-pack. It does have multiple diorama bases, it looks like. So I think InArt is really trying to pack as much value into that as possible, considering the mandate that it must be over $1,000 retail. So that is going to be something I think you're going to find that this figure is going to be pretty expensive, similar to the Heath Ledger Joker. So we got the Ron Weasley here from Harry Potter and the original film. I believe it's they call it the Philosopher's Stone, I believe, overseas. So yeah, that's one that we want to look at here. I think this Ron Weasley head sculpt is pretty good. I think it's really good, actually. I still am very surprised that they decided to go with the kid versions instead of the later sort of teen/adult versions. I thought maybe Deathly Hallows 1 or 2 would have made more sense. Maybe it's a matter of licensing. Maybe they thought these were more iconic. I don't know what their market research tells them, but I will say this Ron does look pretty cool. I do have, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan. I guess I do have a little bit of hesitancy having Harry Potter figures in my collection just because the franchise isn't as important to me personally. I do want to watch it again and see whether I connect with it a little bit more in my 30s now. So that would be something I'd like to explore, but overall, I mean, I think this is going to be one that I'm probably going to pick up for a review, but I don't know because I do want to see it in hand, but I'm not sure I'm going to hold on to it long term. I do think it looks great, though. I think the hair looks great. I think it captures the expression of the character, and I think the outfit looks really, really strong as well. There's a lot of nice tailoring going on there, and it is at the end of the day, though. I guess I have a little trepidation too for my own collection about having a figure that's a child, but I guess it's Harry Potter, so I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that whatsoever. But for my collection, since I'm not super connected to this character, it's probably gonna be a pass for me. But as far as the quality goes, damn, this thing looks really, really good. I think InArt have done a really nice job with this Ron. Hermione's gotten less positive feedback. Overall, I think the likeness on this one is pretty good. I don't think it's like a top tier InArt likeness, but I think it's kind of similar to that original Aragorn or maybe the Daenerys that was originally showcased. I think this is one that's going to probably be updated, providing some feedback from the community. I think the community is probably gonna be pretty vocal about this one, that they're not actually thrilled with it. I think it looks decent, though. I think it's like maybe a 7.5 or an 8. I think it's good, but for the price you're going to be paying for this, probably $450 or more, then you're going to want a little bit better of a likeness. But you can see here there's another photo of Ron. I think it really captures again the essence of the character, and of course that sort of grin that he has. I think it really does capture that. So, and Hermione again from a distance I think does look a little bit better here. So I think overall that looks pretty cool. So I'm happy with it. I think a lot of people are going to be happy with it once they update it. So it's just a matter of time before they actually do. So yeah, there's some more photos there of Ron and Hermione. Again, from every angle, I think they look pretty good. I like the bases. It really captures that Hogwarts feel and vibe. So damn, guys, I'm sneezing. I like this figure so much. So guys, I think this looks really great. I really like this base. The wood base is really cool. That's actually a really cool diorama setup there, as is Harry's. They got some more photos of Harry as well, but overall these are the new ones that we're working with. So I think this is pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about this Ron and Hermione set down below. I'm not sure if they're going to be offered as a 2-pack or individual figures or not. I guess only time will tell. We have one more announcement to showcase here, and I want to bring this one up real quick. It's actually a 12th scale figure. So before all the 6th scale collectors like myself get excited, this is actually a 12th scale, the Dark Knight Christian Bale Batman. So this is going to be one that InArt is making in 12th scale, just because 12th scale is a very popular format. But if this gives you any idea as to what the head sculpt may look like, I think this looks really, really good. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in 6th scale with this. But as far as the 12th scale is concerned, I think this is pretty high quality. I am wondering what 12th scale prices are going to be. I don't really get into 12th scale much. I did with Joel and Ellie for Lim Toys just because it's Joel and Ellie, and I want as much representation as I possibly can have. But overall, I think this base looks cool. There's a lot of good accessories. And again, 12 scale is pretty reasonable size-wise. So I think that's something that collectors will latch onto. I think overall, this looks like a good figure. As far as 12 scale is concerned, you can only do so much. The canvas is pretty small, but I think there's a lot of detail packed into this 12th scale figure, and I'm pretty impressed with it. So I don't think every collector is going to want to pick this up from 6 scale realm, but I do think once the 6 scale Batman is announced, I think we're going to have a pretty great option in our hands. Maybe J&D jumps in with one at some point. I guess only time will tell. Guys, let's wrap it there, but I will say that let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I want to hear what people's thoughts are about these InArt reveals. I'm sure there's other stuff that's being shown there, but these are the photos that are circling around right now because it's new stuff. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. Guys, make sure to subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and click the notification bell. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out. See you later. Bye. Bye.